no, I have all the love I want. And you guys sometimes feel like you're pining constantly for me to, give you some.
Christine thought that she was stepping into this fairy tale, but what she actually got was this masterclass in neglect and manipulation and humiliation from the very first kiss. It felt like this cold handshake, then a romantic spark. It was a honeymoon that looked like a Motel 6 prank. Christine's marriage wasn't doomed by polygamy. It was sabotaged by Cody's cruelty and I think Robin's manipulation. In the book, if you guys haven't listened to it, trust me, I have a link in the description, in the chat. You need to listen to this because this was something that should have been sacred. Intimacy, trust, it was all turned into a weapon. And as we peel back the layers of not only Christine's wedding night, but the honeymoon horror, the thin walls that filled the laughter from other wives, she tells it all. That's what we're going to go over today. This wasn't just chaos. This was strategy, I think, on Cody's part. And the whole thing is a damn mess. Oh no, I've been muted. Sorry. Sorry, guys. What I was saying is welcome everybody. Darlene, I was saying hi. Ashley, hi. Bexar, hi. Tracy, good to see you. Happy Friday, guys. Renee, once again, I think I was muted. I made it morning Arizona, not yet 6 a.m. That's amazing. I'm so glad that you're up this morning. I know. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. If you haven't read the book or listened to the book, you need to. We're going to be going over a lot of the details. And the first thing that I really wanted to go over is just how disgusting Kody was to Christine. And I want to start with the wedding. I just do. By the way, this weekend would be the perfect time, I think. The perfect time if you have not started to start reading the book now. Hold on. For my listeners, there is a 30-day free version of the audiobook that you can hear from Christine's own mouth, which I love. It's $0. It's zero for the free trial. For those of you that are new to Audible, thank you, Darlene, for letting me know that. For those that are new for Audible, and it seems like if you are Audible member, it seems like you might get a discount because Darlene said it was only $6.95. So anyway, so there we go. So definitely check that out. Link in the description, and chat is sending that around as well. I think I need to pin that comment. I'll do that here in a second. But I want to start with the moment that should have been Christine's big fairy tale beginning. It was her first kiss. It was the very first one. She talked about how she was standing there. She called it her shroud like dress, right? Her heart was pounding. There were butterflies in her stomach. And Kody was there and he gave her a kiss that was so quick and so lifeless that even her grandpa was like, wow, that's the quickest. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to stop here. Everyone is saying this. Lynn, everyone is talking about his teeth. That's so crazy. That's so weird. You guys are insane. Okay. Been there, done that, said yay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So we're like, yeah, so the grandpa was like, that's the fastest kiss I've ever seen, right? Here's the thing with Kody, he knew this, and I feel like this is where it's sinister because Kody knew that that moment mattered. It's not that he wasn't inexperienced, and it's not that he was clueless. I believe that Kody chose to strip it of magic, that magical moment. He already knew that Christine wanted a fairy tale. Psychologically, that is a power play. From the first moment of intimacy, he's already setting the terms. Don't expect romance from me. Don't expect passion from me. Expect crumbs. And that wasn't just stress, that was control. Right, Darlene? Agreed. Darlene says, yes, he is. He is the devil himself because Tracy said Kody is heinous. And he is. Oh, that's so good. Renee's listening to the audiobook right now. I'm listening now. It's really good. The wedding was sad. Sounds, oh gosh. Okay, Renee. Well, that's interesting. That's Renee's hot take. I'm so glad you guys are listening. It's so good. And I'm gonna have to, I went through the whole thing, but now I'm gonna have to go over it again. Just because there were so many moments that I really want to just digest it. And since I have 30 days to do it, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Um, and it was basically this honeymoon horror show. Okay. We get to the honeymoon. Okay. As Renee said, yeah, the wedding was sad. The wedding was sad. We're going to get to it. We're getting to it, guys. But basically, there's a plot twist. There was not really a honeymoon. Christine asked him, hey, like after they got married, after the awkward kiss at the altar, she was like, hey, what are we going to do? And Kody hits her with this basically a verbal equivalent of this shoulder shrug. He was like, you know what? I don't know. What do you want to do? Kody, sir, you had one freaking job. One job. And he couldn't do it. He couldn't plan one thing. He was really that busy. And that to me, that's not forgetfulness. That is a calculated neglect. Right, Darlene? It's so true. We're going to be doing this a while. A while. There's just too much to go over, right? A groom not planning his honeymoon, that's not too I don't know, that's not too much to ask for, is it? So him saying that he's too busy, he didn't know, he just didn't have time. What is that telling Christine? Well, Christine, you're not worth the effort. And then to top it off, he books them into this like this motel shaped like a castle. That's not romance, dude. And he even told her, he was like, you like fairy tales, right? He says he knows what this woman wants, and he couldn't give her not one iota. Even probably a 5-year-old boy knows from watching movies and cartoons and stuff, probably what a girl, when she grows up and marries a prince, what the ideal is, you know? And I'm not talking about like necessarily the bedroom. I'm just talking about like a little bit of romance, hand holding, anything, telling her she's pretty. I like your dress. I like what you're wearing. You look gorgeous today. Just something. And so Christine finally has her night with him, right? And as you know, hey guys, I see you guys filtering in. Carly says good morning. Gabrielle, good to see you, says good morning. Yeah, Joanne, I agree. He was worse than we ever could have imagined. That's what we're getting into. That's what we're getting into. Because when Christine finally had her first night with him, something that she's been chased, right? She's been waiting for this moment. She didn't even want to kiss Kody when they were courting because she wanted everything to be pure and just for this magical moment at the altar and then afterwards, right? She didn't know exactly what's going to happen in the behind closed doors, but she was expecting obviously probably anything other than what she got. She got no tenderness. There was no foresight. There was no love. What Christine got was pain. This woman got pain. You know? And I feel like this is where the sinister undertone, it starts to, get loud, because I know I said this before, but it's true. Like, Kody is not new at this. He knew better. He had already had 2 wives. He'd been married for 2 years. You're telling me in 2 years you would inflict pain? You would know at that point that it would be painful. Really? You couldn't be gentle. You could, right, Renee? Renee said he was brutal. When you feel sore for days after, that's inhumane. What is that? That seems like intentional anger and rage to me. No one made you marry the girl. Ugh, Resident MILF, that makes me sad. Resident MILF said, imagine thinking, I'm so lucky that my husband knows what he's doing, only to have your wedding night hurt that so bad that you can't try again for over a week. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Kody knew better. And neglecting Christine's not only physical, but emotional being, that I don't think that was an accident. How can it be a man? I'm sorry, a man that was married for 2 years. The math ain't mathing. Am I right? Am I right? Hold on one second, guys. It's just it infuriates. It really does. Let me just pin this. There we go. Okay. And it gets worse. So you would think, because even in the book, Christine talks about, she's like, you know what? I'm going to shake this off, because Christine, as you know, is pretty much a naturally optimistic person. And even in that moment, she was like, you know what? No, this isn't a red flag. This is just first time jitters. It's going to get better. It's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. We'll grow into our romance. This is nothing. But that's not what happened. Because let's just fast forward. Even just a few months after this, Christine talks about in her book, which, by the way, hold on right there. There we go. I'm just going to come here for a second. Which, listen, this book, I think it's really worth listening to. It gets worse. Okay. So probably a few months later, she would think that things would get better, but it doesn't. So picture this, okay? This is from Christine's perspective. You just endured the world's worst honeymoon. The worst. Your new husband, it wasn't just a one-time thing. It wasn't like he was in a bad mood that one day. He's been emotionally absent from you, right? And at that point, I think Christine was seeing Kody every third night. So all of the nights in between, you get to listen to him laugh and flirt and carry on with Mary and Janelle. The walls are paper thin. And what Christine got to realize is that's so interesting. The laughter and the the boom boom that she can hear from the other room is completely different than what happens with her and Kody. And it's so funny. Kody always would get mad at them for comparing. well, you shouldn't compare. That's the death of a relationship is when you compare. Okay, well, hold that thought because we're going to be talking about comparison here in a second. But how can you not compare when you're basically getting a audio report card of the difference between what happens in your room as opposed to the other two? Excuse me? I mean, just think about that for a second, guys. Think about how crazy that would drive you, how low your self-esteem would be. And that's just not polygamy problems. Any one of us, even in monogamous, well, actually, no, that wouldn't be monogamous, right? That wouldn't be. But I mean, putting ourselves in that situation, that would be psychological warfare. I don't know if that was intentional. Did he let her hear that? Was it really just an accident? Kody could have reassured Christine for sure. And he could have carved out intimacy for her, but no. No, he kept her off balance. I think that's forcing her to compare. And she had to marinate in her insecurity. Can you imagine that? Just think about that. You are rotated, you get Kody rotated to you every third night, and it sucks. And there's no love, and there's no intimacy, and there's no tenderness. And then on the other 2 nights, you get to hear this symphony of everything that you don't have. What a juxtaposition. Just think about that. Right? Joanne says she was starving for affection. That's why she's so free with David. Yeah. Yep. Mustang Sally agrees. Yeah. Kismet, oh my gosh, welcome back. I haven't seen you in forever. Kismet said, I'm late, but I'm here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. I wanted to get this in before. I know you guys are going to be busy. And probably this weekend, you're going to be busy reading or listening to or reading the book. I'm hoping. Maybe some of you are saving it for the weekend. Because last time when I asked if you got the book, how many of you are listening, finished, or haven't started? Most of you haven't started yet. So listen, this weekend is the perfect time. And it would be of nothing out of your pocketbook. I have the link below. Free 30-day trial. Listen, I'm already going to be on my second round. So click on the link. Get it. It's very easy. Get it. So yeah. This is something that I feel like Kody used as this power imbalance. I feel like it's a classic narcissistic. Oh, hold on. I see you, Gabrielle. Hold on a second. I feel like this is a classic narcissistic tactic. Give affection to the others so your target knows exactly what they're missing. Christine knew and told Kody she wanted romance, that she was into fairy tales, and he turned this into a damn nightmare. Gabrielle says, I'm at a 3-day car show 7 hours from home. That's a perfect time to listen to that in the car ride. That's going to make your 7-hour drive go quickly. Just saying. Okay. Also, I want to talk about that whole polygamy PJs and the cover up. We got to get into the garments. We got to get into the garments of how this is just torture. And I think it was intentional. Okay. Christine literally called them polygamy PJs. Okay. So I'm not going to call it Mormon PJs. I got, there was one of you that left a comment that was like, can you stop calling it Mormon PJs? I'm like, perfect. Polygamy PJs, that's how Christine describes it. She says that it's actually polygamy PJs are different than the Mormon garments, because Mormon garments, I guess, are kind of like shorts and like a t-shirt, but the Mormon garments are a lot longer. They look like long johns. They're like white long johns are the polygamy PJs. So just picture that, okay? And if you look deeper at this, I feel like Kody turned something sacred into a shield because he insisted, according to Christine, this is Christine's take, okay? This is not my take. This is a woman who's been in polygamy. This is Christine's take, not IQ. Christine thinks um, that Kody insisted that she wear the polygamy PJs during intimacy, during the boom boom, not because of faith, but because he didn't want to see her physical body. Right, Carly? Talk about continuing to have torture. Him wanting her to keep garments on had to feel so humiliating. A man who's had like 20 kids, 3 other wives, but at this point too, we haven't even got to the Robin part yet. How is that romantic? Read that again. Him wanting her to keep garments on had to feel so humiliating. Layman's terms, Kody didn't want to see her. And I don't think that that's prudishness. Right, Mama Celeste? Exactly. He was using her PJs like a bag over her body. Horrible. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Agreed, Tracy. Agreed. And that's not prudishness. That is cruelty. Intimacy, as you guys know, it requires something of you. It requires presence. It requires tenderness, sharing, truth. And Kody made sure Christine was covered, garments. And here's the thing, here's the juxtaposition, garments or lingerie. So this isn't, I think Christine's right. How can that have anything to do with a religious aspect when you're okay with her being this vixen, Victoria's Secret lingerie person, but anything other than her actual body? And once again, that plays into that whole Victoria's Secret $50,000 bill with Robin. And I'm telling you, I really need, I don't think the wives will ever tell us, but the wives know. And I really want to know, did Janelle, did Robin would never say, I don't trust anything she has to say. Did Mary or did Janelle have the same requirements? Do you know what I mean? Did they have to wear polygamy PJs or did they have to wear lingerie? Were they always covered? Because if it's just Christine, that's insane. And that's, I don't know, guys. It's just what it seems like. And here's my speculation on that. Okay, wait, someone said it. Hold on, because this is like exactly. Cherie said, I honestly thought the book made me hate Kody even more. Kody is just selfish beyond words. Agreed. There was something, hold on, where did you guys say it? Oh, I thought you guys maybe. Oh, I don't see it. Anyway, okay, I thought one of you guys said it, but agreed. Agreed, Cherise. So here's my thought. Christine talked about how having the garment on, it actually hurt because it was like rubbing skin on skin. It was not comfortable. It was not, basically it was not, it was very uncomfortable if you think about it. So if you're doing any type of physical activity, but especially one behind closed doors, having that kind of garb on is very uncomfortable. So my theory is, and hear me out. Remember, Kody rotated to Christine every third night. And the other 2 nights, she heard laughing and them having a good old time intimately the other 2 nights with the other 2 women. Would they be having a good old time if the other women were in polygamy PJs? Would they be free enough? Would they be, I don't know, chafing and the just rubbing up on that massive garment? I don't know. I'm calling BS on that. I'm calling BS. So if Christine is thinking that this is just her, he doesn't want to see her body, he's not attracted to her, that doesn't just erode confidence, that annihilates it. Psychologically, Christine has basically been told from day one, you are something to be hidden. I'll take the act, but not the connection. And that is, I can't even think of something more sinister than that. I can't. I can't think of anything more sinister. And so, just when you think that it can't get any worse, just picture this as Christine's life. Picture this. And at this time, she's telling herself, she already told us in the book, she's like, I didn't know I needed to leave. I thought that this was enough. I was told to endure. I was told everything's fine. And we're taught to suffer through till the end. This is just, I thought, was my life. Right? But just when you think that it can't get any worse, guess what? Here comes Robin. Hold on. Let's do a good. Do we have a good? Let's see. There we go. Here comes Robin. This is a good one.
Being called a sacred cow? Moo. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Did you like being called a sacred cow? Moo. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care.
Let's leave it on her for a second, right? The mooing, disgusting villainess in training, right? So she talks about how Robin betrayed her. And this is like girl code 101, let alone like sister wives girl code 101. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Joanne, I feel your energy. I feel your energy. Love it. Darlene says she was way stronger than the others. Look what she survived. Agreed. Darlene, agreed. Okay. So this Moo Queen did one of the most ultimate betrayals to Christine. She talks about it in the book. Okay. Christine. Well, let's talk about massages for a second. Let's talk about massages. Christine said that in order for Kody to become in the mood for the awful performance that was to come, she needed to kind of do a service for him. And what he preferred in order for him to get in the mood was to give back massages that then led into full body massages. And I can't even imagine that. Like, picture this, guys. Picture this. At what point did she have to put her polygamy PJs on? Did she put her polygamy PJs on and then start to massage his back and then gave him a full body massage? Because I would feel, can you imagine being in that long john thing? You'd be hot as hell. What about in the summertime? Or vice versa. Like, are you just in your normal everyday clothing and then you give him a back massage, you give him a full body massage, and then he gives you like some sign, he signals with his hand like a king would, like, yes, continue. I approve. And then you go put on your PJs, your polygamy PJs. Like, I can't even. I can't even. What in the actual hell? The actual hell. I can't even imagine. But anyway, so with that being said, Christine asked Kody, hey, can you give me a massage as well? Because can we reciprocate here a little bit? Like, why is it always getting you ready to go? And he said no. He said no. Hold on. I want to find exactly what he said because this is insane. He said, no, that's not the one. He said something like, big deal. Where is it? Okay, so Christine said that she felt like that was a special thing she had to do in order for him to even do anything with her in the bedroom. And okay, I'm going to leave that here for a second. But yeah, Kody refused to do anything. He said, I'm not doing that. He said, I'm not doing that. And then here's where Robin comes in. Somehow, Robin knew. Somehow, Robin knew that Christine stopped giving Kody massages. Robin, who wasn't there in the bedroom and who Christine never told, that means that Kody broke the intimacy of his marriage and tattled to Robin about what Christine was doing in the bedroom. That is nuclear. That is insane. That is, as Tracy said, absolute shite. And instead of being a supportive sister wife, and shutting it down, what does Robin do? She played Christine like a violin. Why aren't you giving Kody massages anymore? She asked. And Christine was like, because he doesn't give back. And Robin's like, oh, really? He's such a great husband. You should. Excuse me? Excuse me, Moo? Moo? Excuse me? That's not being a supportive sister wife. Didn't you say you always wanted a relationship with Christine? That's not the way to do it. Not the way to do it, ma'am. It's not. And now this statement from her is even more infuriating.
I think there's a lot of focus on me. I actually get really tired of it, but I wish really badly that they would all focus on their own relationships and work those relationships out with.
Maybe you should have taken your own advice. What do you think, Moo? Maybe take your own advice. Stop being in their relationship then. That is the ultimate. I can't think of anything worse than meddling in someone's relationship than that. That's not sisterly. That's sabotage. And Robin deliberately gaslighting Christine to make her doubt reality is cruel. It's psychologically manipulation 101. You take private information, you confront someone with it, you flip the script, and of course, she blindly supports Kody. Kody can do no wrong. It's disgusting. It's all in the book. Listen to it this weekend. You guys have time. 30 days. Free trial for my listeners. Click on the link. Get it. Listen. If you have somewhere to drive this weekend, do it then. You could listen to it every night, probably for the next Saturday, Sunday, for a few hours. You'd be done by the weekend. There's so many good nuggets in here, guys. So I want to ask the big question. Do you think, and I want to know, chat, do you think that Kody, am I being too hard? Am I being too critical? Am I looking at the total picture? Am I being biased? Was he always sinister, or was he just overwhelmed? Is there any benefit of the doubt for him? Let me know. Yes, Melinda, that's right. He said it didn't turn him on to massage Christine. Oh my gosh, Kody, you have a very punchable face. I'm just saying. I don't condone anything like that. I'm just saying you have a punchable face. That's all. Not that I would act on it. And here's the thing. Here's my take on it. I want to know. He was cruel. He was sinister. He was sinister, Joanne says. Melinda says he was cruel. Ashley said he was sinister. Okay. So it's not just me. Because here's the difference between being like overwhelmed, as Christine tried to paint him as. Like he was just overwhelmed, 1,000-yard stare, the disinterest in their honeymoon, not planning anything. Okay. Then outside of that first night, him in the bedroom, like just everything, basically being absent, right? There's a difference between being overwhelmed and being sinister. And I want to kind of go over that with you, right? Overwhelmed doesn't look like being morose or stressed or too busy. Overwhelmed, it makes you fumble while you're still trying. Keyword, guys. Trying. Let me put that in caps. Hold on. I need to put this in caps. Overwhelmed makes you fumble while you're still trying. Here we go. Overwhelmed makes you fumble while you're still trying. Kody didn't fumble. Kody never tried. He ignored. He withheld. He humiliated. That is not overwhelm, guys. That's intent. That is intent. Tracy brings up a good point. Janelle was chubbier than Christine, and they had the most excellent. What did he call it? Let me see if I have that. He called it a rendezvous. What was it? He had a was it rendezvous? And I can't even remember. Hold on. Was it rendezvous? We're not gonna listen to the whole thing. I know you guys are gonna get pissed here in a second. I'm not listening to the whole thing. I just want to hear what he says. So don't worry. I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm not trying to fake you guys out. Where is that? Here. Hold on. Oh, it's gosh dang it. It's grabbing. Give me a second. It's loading. There we are. Okay, that's fine. Where is it? Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Don't worry. I'm not seriously. I know I punk you guys out a lot, but this is not it. I just want to hear what he has to say. And this is the only place I can think of that has it. Don't worry. I just want to hear what he says.
I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great six-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in. Let's dance. Janelle denies this, but I had a renaissance with Janelle in Las Vegas.
That's what it was. Renaissance. Okay. I'm sorry. I know you guys hate this. I know you hate it, but I had to. He had a renaissance. That doesn't sound like a man that is having Janelle wear polygamy PJs. It's not. And also, I'm trying to oh guys, I'm trying to plead my case here. And also, let's see. Maybe no, okay, so it's probably here. Where is that one where he's disgusting. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have it. I thought I had it. I don't. Anyway, where he's like licking, that whole licking thing where he says Robin just looks delicious or whatever. That's not a man. That's not a that's not a pious man. It's not. It's not. I call BS. His renaissance, his rendezvous. It is? Okay, so we'll play that at the end then, Logan. We'll play that at the end. That's cool. I've never heard anyone that thought that that was their favorite video. I love it. We'll play that. We'll play the whole thing at the end. Okay. It's been a while, right? Okay. I forgot where I was. Where was I? Oh, we were talking about the rendezvous and how yeah, this is not. I just think that Christine was treated differently, and she thought so too from the beginning. That is the torment I'm talking about. That is not loving a woman. No. Mm-mm. And Robin wasn't just this innocent last wife who fell in love and found her soulmate. She was complicit. She let Kody confide in her about the other wife. She didn't shut it down. And that's what Christine was even more pissed about. And then she used it against them to stand up for Kody, to be his mouthpiece. That's disgusting. That's not sisterhood. That's espionage. And Robin didn't just betray Christine. She helped Kody isolate her further. Let me just play this again because it matters.
I think there's a lot of focus on me. I actually get really tired of it, but I wish really badly that they would all focus on their own relationships.
What an absolute joke of a woman. So together, Kody and Robin, let me put her on Moo. Kody and Robin built their empire not on love, not on faith, but on control. His cruelty, her manipulation, and Christine was this collateral damage in their stupid little empire of two. And it's disgusting. Right, Joanne? Joanne, you're on the ball today. She used it to prove how much closer she was to Kody. Agreed. Agreed. So I'm telling you, you need to listen to Christine's memoir. We're going to go over everything in detail, but her memoir doesn't just tell the story of the awkward wedding or the bad honeymoon or polygamy gone wrong. It reveals a pattern, guys. It reveals a pattern of intent from the wedding kiss that felt like punishment, to the honeymoon that was never planned, to Robin's betrayal years later. This wasn't a series of mistakes. It was a long game of control. Kody never planned to love Christine. Kody planned to use Christine. That's what he did. Robin never planned on being her sister wife. She planned to replace her. And the more that you listen to this book, the clearer it gets. This was not chaos. This was strategy. It was cruel. And it was an intentional strategy. And Kody, you are, where is it? You are disgusting. Disgusting. So yeah, the whole thing was doomed from the first kiss. And the fallout, we've seen it. You've seen them live it. And yeah, this whole thing is disgusting. It is a damn mess. It really is. So, like I said, link is in the description. Listen to it. You basically have no commitment because it's free for my listeners. It's free. Enjoy a free 30-day trial. Pick Christine as your premium book. $0 for the audio. $0. This is what I used. This is what you should use. Enjoy a free trial. You have 30 days, and it's an 8.5 hour. It's an 8.5 hour audiobook. But on it, hold on, let me try to show you the controls. On it, let's see. I'm gonna try to show you. Do I have that there? Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me do.
Okay, listen up.
Okay, so let me try to find. Why did that not work? Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on. I need to. There. There it is. Okay. Let me remove this. Okay. Hold on. Oh man, I had it right. There we go. Okay, so you see this. This is what you would get. It's really nice. So you can go see how I had it on 1.8 narration speed. If you go to the very bottom left, so the very bottom left font, narration speed, I had it on 1.8, which means you can listen to it in almost half the time. 2 times the speed was a little bit too fast. So for 1.8 was perfect for me. And that basically you can listen to it in like 4.5 hours. So I highly recommend that, guys. Like I said, click the link. Yeah, click the link. The link will take you exactly to this page. And all you have to do is continue for free. That yellow button, sign up, download, choose Christine as your premium book for that month. And you will, it takes about 10 or 15 minutes to download. I had to wait about 10 or 15 minutes. And then it pops up on your Audible account once you create an account. It's great. It's absolutely great. Okay, with that being said, I'm hoping, that I asked you guys before. I asked you guys, oops. I asked you guys if you were going to read the book, or if you've already read the book. I said put 1s in the chat. If you're still reading the book, I asked you to put 2s in the chat. And I was like, is there anyone that's still waiting to listen and or read? And there were a lot of 3s. So I'm hoping that all of you 3s after this weekend, this would be amazing over the weekend so that we can talk about all of this. And once you really hear it in detail for yourself, it's just so much easier. It's so much easier. So get your free trial, guys. Get it. Okay. So with that being said, we are going to end this with, and remember to get caught up on all the videos. We did a lot this week. We did a lot. So remember to get caught up with everything. We'll probably go live tomorrow too. So just get ready. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. And everyone that missed the replay, we wish that you were here on the live, but that's okay. You're watching the replay. Let us know what you think in the comment section. We might use your information, your ideas, your theories, your rant for the next video for everyone, because we are a messy nation, are we not? Thank you to all of my mods, all of my members, all of my live chatters, all of the people that are watching the replay, everyone that liked this video, everyone that is going to support your girl and get that link for the audiobook this weekend and listen. We have a lot more to discuss. We're just peeling back the layers. So with that, happy Friday. I'm so glad to be doing this with you guys. It's so good to be back. It's so good to see everyone. And gosh, we have 3 weeks before the season starts, and there's still so much to get caught up on. There's so much. So with that being said, guys, I will see you probably in a few hours. Love you guys. Have a great night.
I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great 6-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in. Let's dance. Chanel denies this, but I had a renaissance with Chanel in Las Vegas. Let's dance. While the floor is still I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great 6-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in.
This moment will never come again.
I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great six-pack abs. Chanel denies this, but I had a renaissance with Chanel in Las Vegas.
But if you're feeling bold, we can even do it thigh to thigh.